Both players playing some superb safety shots here. That's the tournament safety success rate, and there's not much between them, 83 and 84%. He's fluked it.
One.
Well, he had a bit of good luck fluking the red, a bit of bad luck cannoning the blue. That was his first pot, believe it or not, for 32 minutes. You heard Hazel in the studio mention that.
Four.
Was he on the pink?
Five.
Might just be. Yep, he obviously can just about see enough of it.
Pretty tight though, isn't it?
Tell you what makes this such a good shot. Awkward bridging, but he held the spot. Look where the pink is.
12.
That was about the best he could do there, trying to get himself through the reds and leave the pink that is now on the blue spot.
This is no gimme. Make sure it doesn't cannon a both colour. Or the blue. I think he's okay for this red on the right-hand side,
18.
but he's just scrapping for position at the minute. It was a very awkward chance, this. And it still is.
Well, that was a little unlucky. He tried to flick that black over the corner pocket, so he's having to work really hard, as John said. Disappointment
19.
in the audience there, but that wasn't an easy shot to knock the yellow in. But not only knock the yellow in, he had to get onto a red, which he didn't manage to do, so everything's safe. He's got a 19-point advantage.
Look at that again. Another example of wonderful cue ball control there. Immaculate safety player, Neil Robertson. Good reply from Ronnie as well.
Is this a Neil Robertson special coming up?
Special enough for him?
I mean, he kept his head so still there and delivered that cue in a straight line. That was a terrific pot there.
Yes, even that shot Beautifully cued straight through the ball. Right in the centre of the pocket again.
7.
It'll take some stopping on this form if he gets over the line here. Yeah, a little awkward, rather like a frame earlier in the match today. Those sort of 3 couplets of reds there are not potting anywhere, so they're awkward. Red just to the right of the black as well. That one there's awkward for getting on the black, so don't blame him for taking a bit of time thinking about this.
Okay. Yep. Eight.
These players have played each other 13 times, and Ronnie's leading 9-4. They've only played each other in the Masters on 1 occasion, and Ronnie won that 6-4.
14.
So Neil is well on his way to revenge that defeat.
15.
Clever way to play that. Played that shot with a little bit of run inside, so when it hit the cushion it sprung out. He was either going to have green or pink. Watch the cue ball here when he plays this. Little bit of left on it, you see it just flick up. That's the art of break making. Give yourself options. If you're not perfect on one, you can be on the other. Almost clinical, this.
21. 22. 28. 29.
Once again, played in an area there, wasn't quite on the pink. He could be on that green, which could have come in pretty handy. Little stun across. Got 2 reds he could be on here. Just immaculate. Fabulous cue ball control.
35. 36.
And the first semblance of a mistake. Didn't want the flick on the red. Played up and down in between there, but come off the cushion and just flick that red on the right. Took the pace out of the ball.
Yeah, he hasn't rushed things this afternoon. He's weighed up the situation and he's missed precious little. And look at that, right in the centre of the pocket again with that green. It really is awesome match play snooker you're
39.
watching here from the Australian.
40.
Yes, and I mentioned earlier, Dennis, that he's not one of those players, Robertson, when he sees the winning line, he's frightened to push through it. He's seen this as a chance to get over the line, and he's taken it with both hands.
And shot by shot, Stephen Hendry's record of 6 Masters
46.
is going to stay intact for at least one more year, you would say. Ronnie was looking for his 6th Masters title, but it has to be said
47.
he's run into the world #1 at the top of his game. He's missed a few, but he didn't miss that many early on. That big turning point, we keep saying, when he made the 63 break in the 2nd frame, and Neil pinched it off him. Ronnie missed the black off the spot. That was the big turning point, you'd have to say.
Yes, and Robertson, his form since he was 4-3 down to Robert Milkins in the first round has been absolutely awesome. Against Ali Carter, well, it was flawless. You can't play any better. Match play was incredible. Safety was brilliant. And his scoring astounding that night. And today he showed what a brilliant competitor he is and why he's world #1. And if you can play a session of snooker and stop Ronnie O'Sullivan potting the ball for 32 minutes, some part of the game, you're doing your job properly.
He's going to need one of those reds that are to the right of the black. I think the red won't pass the black, so he'll have to leave it for the same pocket that he's taking this one. And he's got an angle
54.
on the pink to stun in behind that. Just a delicate little shot, and he can leave himself on that red. If he doesn't play to cannon them out, he'd have to leave it in the circle there. He's come up a bit short, so it's not going to be a straightforward pot to clinch the match.
60.
Another few inches with that cue ball, and he could have rolled the red into the corner to secure this semi-final.
Neil Robertson, 60.
Well, he didn't win it with that visit, though. Fabulous break of 60. And once again, pressure on Ronnie to return with a good safety.
Well, that means he now needs a snooker.
Neil Robertson, 4.
The fact that he's missed the red. .45 the difference, just 43 on the table. So Ronnie needing one snooker now. And he's hit that much too thick. That could be the end. Yeah, that definitely is the end of this year's Masters for Ronnie.
1.
So in it goes, and he can have no real complaints today, Ronnie. He's just been something we never really say about him. He's been outplayed. And that's all credit to his opponents, the world #1,
7.
Australian Neil Robertson, who's been top draw.
Well, that's not a bad shot.
8.
Yeah, finishing in style here. And a packed
12.
house at the Alexander Palace, and we thought we might have a classic on our hands here, but it doesn't matter about the white going in. Ronnie comes forward to shake the world #1's hand and congratulate him, and nice to see that. But this afternoon, Neil Robertson was awesome, and the world #1 goes through to the final, his 3rd final in 4 years. A very comfortable winner, 6 frames to 1.